welcome. Just checking, doing a little sound check and checking that I'm on live.
Hello, welcome.
I'll give you a little wave.
Just checking, doing a little sound check and checking that I'm on live. Hello, welcome.
I'll give you a little wave.
Just checking, doing a little sound check and checking that I'm on live. Hello, welcome.
I'll give you a little wave.
Just checking, doing a little sound check and checking.
I'll give you a little wave.
Just checking, doing a little sound check and checking.
Okay. So we're going to start in a second. What you're going to need this evening is you're going to need your mat, shoes off, some comfortable clothes, bottle of water perhaps, some space, and just take yourself down onto the mat into a seated position. So good evening everybody, my name's Lesley. Find a position that's comfortable for you. This evening we're going to be doing stretch and relax. So anything that doesn't feel good for you today, just don't do. Stop.
This evening we're going to be doing stretch and relax. So
And find a position that's comfortable for you. Okay.
Stop. This evening we're going to be doing
So knees forwards, in a kneeling position if you can. If you can't, cross-legged. So lift your chest and begin by doing a quick scan of your body. Pay attention to any particular areas of stress, any areas that may be painful or tight or tense. We're not seeking to change them. We're going to work with what we've got this evening. So we're going to focus on our breathing. I want you to inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Continue this breathing pattern, focusing on breathing into the nose and out through the nose. So we're going to begin this evening by taking our hand down by our side, and we're going to keep the arms straight. We're going to keep the shoulder away from the ear, and we're going to extend the other arm out to the side. If possible, flatten the hand next to you. Now this may not look like a dynamic move, but if you push down into the floor, straighten the arm and hold this arm straight, you should begin to feel some stretch in your shoulders and in your forearm. Take the other hand down, straighten, flatten the hand, take the other arm out. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to take our hands out in front of us now. We're going to raise our palms to the ceiling, straighten our elbows, straighten our arms, and bring our hands down and our shoulders away from our ears. We're going to aim to get our fingertips to somewhere near the floor, lift up our chest, and hold. We're aiming not to be leaning forwards, but to be lifted. Fantastic, and release it off. shoulders down, and we're going to extend one foot out to the side. So my hips stay forwards and the stretch is on the inner thigh and my toes are down. Now I'm not leaning, I'm straight. If you feel comfortable, extend the stretch slightly further and pull the pelvis through. And step back in. Knees hip distance again, brace the core, extend the foot out, and hold. Knees hip distance again, brace the core, extend the foot out, and hold. Knees hip distance again, and release it off. Come back down to kneeling. Okay, this evening we're going to start standing, so come up to standing very carefully and come to the middle of your mat. My toes are forwards, my feet are spread, abs are braced, shoulders are down, and I'm going to inhale, and as I do, I'm going to come down to a half squat with my hands down by my sides. My arms are straight, and my knees are not over my toes, so I'm sitting backwards. We're going to stay here just for a second, engage the quads, engage the abs, engage the glutes. Hold there. Just for a second, engage the quads, engage the abs, engage the glutes. Hold there. And come back up to standing. We're going to do that again with the option of taking your hands out in front of you. So we're in a half squat, our shoulders are up, shoulders are down, and arms are up if you want them to be. So we're in a half squat, our shoulders are up, shoulders are down, and come back up to standing. Now this time, if you want to make it more intense, we're going to come down to half squat, and we're going to take our hands up, and we're going to sit down slightly further. We still keep the shoulders away from the ears, and we brace our core, and we keep our arms straight and our hands together. Keep breathing, and we're going to take one hand onto the opposite knee, and we're going to extend round to the opposite side. So as you hold there, check that your knees are bent and your arm is straight, and you are looking at the hand behind you. And release and come forwards. Inhale, drop down. Hand goes here and extend. Look at the hand behind you. Now make sure the knees aren't being pushed together. And release it off. Nice work. Okay, we've worked on our upper bodies, some twists. We're going to take our feet wide. One foot faces towards the camera on your phone, and the other foot faces in the opposite direction. Hips are forwards, and my chest stays forward as well. Shoulders down, hands come out, and I'm going to bend this knee just ever so slightly. Now you'll need to find your foot placement, because you'll need to make sure that that knee is not over your toe. Well done. And from here, elbow goes onto the knee, or your hand can come all the way down to your ankle. Now keep that top shoulder back and lift your chest. And release it off. Come back. Lean further forwards into the stretch. This hand slides down the back thigh and lift the front arm. So we're looking to pull up and bend that front knee. And release it back to centre. Toe comes forwards, toe faces outwards. front of you, shoulders down. We're having a technical issue, I've just been told, so I'm going to let Will deal with it whilst I carry on. Take your knee bent. We're going to just stop for a second, hold in position. Apologies, that was a long hold for you. And from here, we're going to inhale, take the arm down, and lift up. So don't forget that it could be that elbow, it could be your hand, but take the top shoulder back and look up towards the top hand. Hold there. Fantastic, and come back up to standing. Keep that knee bent if you can. Drop down. Hand goes on the back thigh. Bend the front knee. Lift up and lean back. If you've persevered and you've stayed with me throughout the technical issues, thank you. And take the hand forwards and come back into front hip distance position. Okay, so we've got some options now. If you have blood pressure issues, I suggest you don't stay down. You could come down onto your knees, come into down dog or into child's pose and come up. But we're going to do a wide leg forward fold. Now, I'm tight along my hamstrings, so for some of us, we may find this quite difficult, but other people will be able to go right down. So we're going to inhale, we're going to soften the knees just a touch, and we're going to come down to the floor as far as we comfortably can. Now you can probably see only my hands can come to the floor. I'm tipping from the hips, and my chin is tucked. I'm relaxing into this stretch. And we hold here. And then very slowly, we come back up to standing. Now, if you get any sort of a head rush, take it slowly and go at your own pace. So we inhale, we come back down, hands come to the floor, and just hold. So from here, we turn the heels in, and we bend our knees, and we come down to crouching position. If this isn't comfortable, just find your way to the floor in any way that you can. Lift up your chest, and shoulders back. Now if you can, open up the knees, open up the hips, and release it off. Come down to kneeling. Okay, sideways on. If your mat's this position this way, kneeling position, feet hip distance apart. We're going to come just slightly back further than halfway down our mat. I'm going to step one leg in front. My knee is going to be behind my toe and my body will be forwards. I'm going to lean forwards and my toe is still in front of my knee. Today, slightly differently, my hands are going on the outside of my foot. My chest stays up, and if I feel comfortable, I'm going to lift up my back knee. Lift your chest, and if you're happy to, we hold here. Come back down. And bring that knee back. Come back into child's pose. Come back up into kneeling. Take the other leg forwards. Remember to check your knee and toe alignment. Lift your chest. Hands go down on the outside. And we're going to come up into lunge position. Don't forget, if you wish, hands forward, but it's absolutely fine for you to be down there. So remember to try and keep your chest lifted And keep your eye gaze forward, so hold. And then come back to kneeling and back down into child's pose. So whilst it should feel a little bit of a challenge, none of this should feel too difficult. Take it at your own pace and work with your body. Some weeks you'll be able to do more than others. Alright, so from child's pose, it's from kneeling position down here, we're going to take our hands in front of us and we're going to come into tabletop. So my eye gaze is down, my head is in line with my neck, and my shoulders are away from my ears. My knees are hip distance. I'm going to brace the core, tuck my chin, and arch my back up. And then I'm going to inhale and lift up and arch my back the other way. Inhale, come back down. Inhale and lift. Come back, bottom in the feet and stretch it out. So what I'd rather you do is whatever feels comfortable for you. But for me, I like to try and put my bottom back a little bit further and keep it there until reach to feel that stretch in my shoulders and my lower back. Focus on your breathing. And release it off. Okay, we're going to come to seated position. So, again, if you're tight in your hamstrings, you'll find this harder. Try and straighten your legs and flex your feet. Now, my tendency is to want to lean back, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to lift up through the chest. Now, you might want to do this if you've got space up against a wall or up against your sofa. You push your bottom as far back as you can into the 90-degree angle, and you push your back and shoulders, keeping your bottom there, up against the wall. Now, if you haven't got anywhere to do this, seated is fine. Just imagine your spine in a lengthened position. Lift your toes up. Lift your chest up and take your hands out. So check your postural alignment. Is your back up against the wall, bottom to top? Are your shoulders down? And keeping the chest lifted, we're going to inhale and we're going to come forwards, keeping our feet flexed, chin up, and we're going to hold. Hold there. Hold there. And release it off. So we're going to come back up again. Chest lifted. Arms out to the side. Feet flexed. Hands forwards. And stretch. And hold. Hold, and release it off. Nice work. Okay, we're going to take a full body stretch. Lay down. And put your hands by your sides, wherever you feel comfortable. We're going to refocus on our breathing. And we're going to be mindful of how our body feels. So we're going to bring both knees into the chest, and you can either hold by your knee, by your shin, or by your thigh, wherever feels comfortable. But keep your shoulders on the floor and keep your head down. And as you inhale, gently take your toes slightly further to the floor. and come back up. Inhale, and again. So you should feel a stretch across your chest, and release it off. Take your hands down by your sides, brace your core, and we're going to drop our knees to one side. So you get a nice stretch along the lower back, shoulders, and in part of the glute. Try and keep your knees together. And inhale, and drop to the other side. Come back to centre. I'm changing my angle so that you can see me. And I'm going to extend my feet out. And I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left. I'm going to take my left hand and hold it in my right wrist. Stretch out, arms above heads. And gently rotate just a tiny bit so you can feel a stretch along your side. And release it off. Swap sides, swap arms, swap legs. And extend. So the stretch is subtle. Hold there. And release it off. Nice work. Okay, we're going to do some hamstring work. Bring your knees to your chest. Now it's really important that we think about flexibility in our everyday lives. So whilst you would do yoga or you would do progressive stretches, but a sustained period of time to increase your flexibility, we're doing moderate stretching today, so perhaps longer than you would hold at the end of exercise, but long enough for you to keep your mobility and to make sure that you keep your body moving. It's really important if you do things like running. So we're going to extend our foot to the ceiling, flex your foot, and hold. I have to say, for anyone that's watching, talking to a camera with no one there is really hard. So I'm scared to talk too much in case I bore you all. I've tried to keep quiet, but I might witter on a little bit. So flex your foot, extend to the ceiling, inhale, and bring the leg back slightly. If you need to hold behind the thigh, you can, but you're focusing on keeping this leg straight. Toe comes towards you. Your leg might shake, that's fine. And release it off. Put the foot onto the opposite knee and push the knee away. If you feel comfortable, bring that leg up, keep your shoulders down, and hands go through the bent leg. What you don't want to be doing is that. So shoulders stay on the floor and knee goes away from you. You should feel this in your glute. Well done. And release it off. Extend your other foot to the ceiling. Push away. And hold. Keep going. Inhale, bring the legs slightly closer. And then pop the foot onto the opposite knee. Knee goes back. Hands go between the bent legs. Shoulders stay down. And if that's not good for you, keep your hands down. Keep your foot down. Do whatever feels comfortable for you today. And then bring your knees back into your chest. So, one hand on each knee, and gently let the knees fall apart. And if you want to, take hold of your feet and come up to happy baby. Release it off. Feet go together, knees fall apart, pull the pelvis through, hands and shoulders down, and just let your knees fall open. Try not to clench the buttocks, relax, and focus on your breathing. Bring your knees together and extend your feet away. So now's your opportunity to close your eyes if you want to, just for a moment, and re-scan your body. Think about the areas of tension, the areas of stress, how you felt at the beginning of the class. So we've not been seeking to change anything today, just to acknowledge how we feel and to work with our body. We're always exercising with a purpose. We're always either doing high impact or Pilates with the aim or the intention of doing something. It's not often we give our bodies and our minds permission to work together cohesively. Focus on your breathing. Give yourself the space just to listen to the sounds around you. Be aware of any background noises. Be aware of silence. And just for one moment, be okay with that. Refocus on your breathing and gently move your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Come up to seated and find a position that's comfortable for you when you're ready. So whilst you readdress your breathing for one last time, if you've joined me today on the app, thank you very much for joining me. It's hot this evening, so well done. If you've joined me as a recorded class on the app, thank you very much for tuning in. Or if you're watching YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the Achieve Lifestyle page and to click like for any videos. There's lots of great ones to look at by other instructors. And just breathe and take your arms out and bring them forwards, either into prayer or into a little clap for yourself. Thank you very much. My name's Lesley, and I'll see you again next Tuesday for more Stretch and Relax.